A calorie is a unit of measurement of energy, not water. And yes, we calculated it.
So he does a great job of debunking this very common misconception about calories in, calories out. That people think it's not real or it doesn't work, and it does. It's thermodynamics. You can't get around. You can't deny the laws of physics. But it's actually related to a really interesting fact that a lot of people don't know about trees. So think about a gigantic, big old giant tree, right? When you think about all the mass that's in that tree, it's a big, heavy tree, where does it come from? Think about it for a second. Where does that mass come from? Some people might think that it's like water, and that's not really, I mean, you cut up a piece of wood, it's very clearly, there's a little bit of sap and a little bit of wet, moisture in there, but generally it's pretty dry, hard, solid thing. So it's not water. Okay, well, it must come from the ground, right? No. Look at that giant tree. Look at the ground where it grew for however many years untouched in the forest. Is the ground missing? Is there a crater there where all the mass from the ground went up into the tree? Oh, but the roots spread out and they don't spread that far, and even so, you would still see a noticeable dip where that giant tree is, but there's nothing there. Interesting. It's because the mass of that tree is mostly carbon taken from the atmosphere in the process that you may have heard of called photosynthesis. So the tree takes energy from the sun, stores it in bonds between carbon atoms that it gets from the air, and that's stored in the wood, in the body of the plant. And that solar energy that originated in the sun, when you burn the wood, gets broken down to produce heat and light when you have like a campfire or another kind of fire that you don't want to have. Your body works very similarly, but sort of in reverse. You take energy from food. There's energy in the bonds between the food. Your body breaks it down, stores it in another form. Sometimes it's fat, sometimes it's other muscle or other things. And then the way that you lose weight, where does the weight go? What do we know about the tree? Oh, well, a tree takes it from the atmosphere. When you lose weight, it doesn't come out in your sweat or your waste. It comes out in your respiration, your breathing. You are breathing out CO2, and the carbon, the C in that CO2, is the mass that you're losing. But in order to get that carbon out, you need to break the bonds that have the energy in them by doing something active that takes energy, whether it's exercising or just like living life and not eating as many calories.